Welcome to Ghosted by the Machine, where job seekers get the mic, not the bots. 5 questions, 5 minutes, real talk from the front lines of hiring. I'm your host, Mark Lane. Let's get into it. Today's special guest is Adam Klug, Managing Director at the Specialized Recruiting Group. Adam is known for being a transparent, results-driven recruiter with a passion for the way employment shapes people, communities, and entire industries. Welcome, Adam, to the show. Thank you for joining us today.
Hey, thanks for having me, Mark. I'm glad to be here.
Let's jump into the 5. Adam, in your LinkedIn profile, you've described employment as something that impacts individuals, communities, and the business world. What first sparked your passion for this work, and how long have you been in the business for?
What first sparked my passion for the work, like typical other recruiters out there, I kind of fell into the industry and just completely have been passionate, obsessed with recruiting, talent acquisition, and employment. And always have a side joke with my colleagues. I think the best job is getting other people jobs. But really, throughout my time in recruiting, it has been now close to 8-9 years, just how employment affects the individual, the business community, and just the business itself. It's been amazing. And I'm in a position I can really see and change people's lives by giving either their dream job or finding their next career move that's going to elevate them into other areas into their life. So that's why I do it. That's what I'm passionate about, and that's what keeps me coming back to work day in and day out.
So as a recruiter, what's one common misconception job seekers have about the hiring process, and what do you wish more people understood these days?
I think from the candidate side of it, what I see on social media a lot is that topic of the podcast, we ghost people. It happens. It's real. We're not perfect people at the end of the day, but that's what I want, as an agency recruiter like myself or in corporate talent acquisition. We do get sent a lot of applications, resumes, talk with a ton of people looking for work or seeking their next position. And, it's hard for us to stay up and stay in contact with everyone. We try to do our best here as much as we can. But at the end of the day, what it comes down to is just being direct, having that transparent communication and letting a person know where they stand in the process, interview process, and any, constructive criticism we can give them to essentially say, hey, this is what we think, this is what we're hearing. This is not a position, we can help you out with, maybe not a fit for right now, but hey, do you mind if we touch base, in 2 months or, 2 weeks down the road?
Well, you work with a wide range of industries. From your vantage point, how are companies adapting, or maybe not adapting, to today's evolving talent landscape? And a part of that is, how has AI become a hindrance? Has it become a hindrance or an advantage?
Yeah, a little bit of both sides of the coin on that part. So I've been able to test some AI tools on my end, and there's one tool that would have essentially AI interviewing, a lot of phone screens. One nice thing about it is that it's on 24/7, early mornings, nights, weekends. So you can capture a lot of that information. Anyone can call at any certain time of the day. But one of the hindrance about it is that, it doesn't have the human element in it. It might record data, look at data, put that into your applicant tracking system, but it's not showing you really who's qualified for the talent that way. And so essentially, at the human element, you still have to go through all that data, right? You still have to reach out to that person, call that person, and get a feel for not only their experience and walk through their experience, but get a feel for their personality, and if they're going to be a culture fit with the company. And then even, outside of AI, and how this landscape is ever changing, ever growing, is that, this year, and part of last year too, there was a lot of, changes. They're political, whether in each state, comes down to the cities and the communities. There's a lot of uncertainty, in the market. So when that uncertainty arises, kind of a buzz term I've heard this year, I've heard from multiple industries, it's the no hire, no fire year. So
Whoa.
Of course there's layoffs, and we see that, but with a lot of that instability, it's saying, okay, hey, can we justify growing our team right now? What does that look like? Or, hey, should we put a posting up and then should we build a bench of talent that we want to hire here in the next 2 months, 3 months, when our business is a little bit more stable and we're ready to bring, a new team member on or multiple new team members on.
So basically, they're deepening their job pool, and then down the road they'll go into that pool. The sad part is there's disconnect with myself or other job seekers right now trying to get back into the job market. They don't know what the story is. You're seeing a post that's up there for a job that's been up there for 30 days. Or you receive an email, the Dear John letter at 2 o'clock in the morning thanking you for applying, but they found a better candidate and you have no idea why. And we don't know what is the algorithm really looking for. You go through the job description and okay, I should fit this. I fit this to a T. But then you get kicked out. What's the problem? We don't know. So just some of those things are flying out there, and that's why ghosted is the big word right now, the big buzzword in the job seeking industry.
Yeah.
You're known for being transparent and results driven. That's not easy in this business. How do you build that kind of trust with both the candidates and the clients?
Really with the candidate and my team that I manage, it's shooting people straight. At the end of the day, it's having really direct communication with them and letting each job seeker, each applicant, or any candidate that we talk to, letting them know where we stand or where they stand in the interview process, and what next steps are coming. Even if sometimes we don't know the next steps, we have to say, hey, we don't know the next steps. I've been following up to the client. I've been reaching out to the company. I'm trying to figure those out for you. I'm not going to not tell you that information until I know. I'm going to talk with you pretty much every single day or every other day, just let you know, hey, I'm reaching out. I'm trying to get this information, and just having that, ongoing conversation back and forth each day through that. And so it's tough. It's a challenge. It's an ongoing conversation, and the same thing on our company client side. It's that we want to be in lockstep. We want to be a partner to the business. As transparent as we are with them, we hope that they're as transparent to us so that we're all aligned and there's really no surprises when it comes down to it.
Finally, what advice would you give the job seekers right now who feel overlooked, discouraged, or as we like to say, ghosted by the machine?
I would say I was just having a conversation like this last week with someone with a company that was doing a layoff, and it really is a mental battle. Don't get down on yourself. Don't get discouraged. It only takes one right, either application or really conversation to hit the nail on the head. But that could be out of multiple interviews, right? And that could be out of multiple conversations. And also, like a word of advice I would give is that even if you're looking for certain position titles, certain industries, what are similar titles, similar industries out there that you can look for, that you can apply for, and never turn down an interview conversation. Even if you're walking into an interview or talking on a phone interview with someone, even if you're not excited about the position and thinking in your head, I don't know if this position is right for me, or I'm not even interested in the company. You never know who that hiring manager knows and their network in the market, or you never know what other opening or position that company has. And so in that conversation, they could lead you to someone else. There could be another opening that you could be a better fit for outside of the position you interviewed for. And take a little bit more risk on positions that you're applying for or people that you're talking to, and always ask, if the position's not right for you, hey, I understand this position may not be a right fit for me, but is there anyone else that you know out there that could value my skill set, my experience, and I could be a good value add for their organization? Leave it open-ended and see if they know anyone.
Huge thanks to Adam for joining us today and for the work he's doing bringing empathy and clarity into a process that's often anything but. If you're a job seeker or a company looking for a real partnership in hiring, check out Adam's LinkedIn in the show notes. And if you want to be on the podcast, DM me or comment on LinkedIn or any of our social channels. We're always looking for real voices in this ghost town of job search silence. Again, let's make hiring human again. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share in this if this resonates with you. Thank you again, Adam, for joining us today.
Hey, thanks for having me, Mark, and good luck on the job search.